Okay, so you're probably going to want to check that the upgrade's going to be worth it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make a note of what the speed is before and after the SSD upgrade. So what I'm going to do here is use a program called Crystal Disk Mark. I've used this for a while now, it's quite a good program. What I'm going to do is do a test for all the tests. So let's leave this a few minutes and see what sort of results we get. Let's have a look at the improvements we made. This is a Crystal Disk Mark test running both before and after the SSD upgrade. On the left is the original 250GB Seagate Momentous mechanical hard drive the computer would have left the factory with 4 years ago, although it has had a reinstall since then. On the right is the crucial M500 series 240GB SSD with the same install cloned onto it just to make sure the test is as fair as we can make it. So these are the results I came up with. I first tested the hard drive and then the SSD afterwards. The hard drive managed a rather pathetic 19.1 megabit per second read and the SSD 213.7. For the write, the hard drive achieved 27.6 and the SSD 204.9. In conclusion, whilst I expected the hard drive to be a lot slower, I wouldn't have predicted this much for performance upgrade. I do however lose 10GB of capacity, but most of my large files I keep on my desktop gaming PC anyway. So I thought, what fun would this be without actually timing it and seeing how long it takes. So I'll put this on the video as well. But we're going to time it from when I first press the power button to when we first see the desktop. Okay, they're away. High RPM fan, this laptop always does that. Starting Windows screen on both of the machines. Windows logo is complete on the SSD. However, that has disappeared and will now be replaced by the welcome screen now. Still looking at starting Windows logo on the hard drive, however. It's a good thing I'm not using this laptop for work, because this would greatly reduce my productivity. This hard drive's very slow. Anyway, there we are on the desktop with the SSD in just 49.4 seconds. The hard drive's now on the welcome screen. It's certainly taking its time. Again, I'd speed this up, but you wouldn't get a impression of the actual amount of time it took in real time to actually boot to the desktop. But as you can see, it's quite a long time, considering it's only a 250 gig drive and it's not even full up. Okay, the welcome screen's disappeared, it's now just black. The taskbar has appeared, and there we are on the desktop. The hard drive was just 1 minute 45.7. Let's say just, that's actually incredibly long time. And the SSD was a much more impressive 49.4 seconds. So as you can see, the SSD is shaved almost a minute off the boot time, which is very, very good. Well, interestingly, this drive seems to be, on most of the speeds, about 10 times faster, which is certainly a nice improvement for today. I'd like to say this laptop is pretty much complete now as far as upgrades. It has a Core i3 in it, Windows 7 obviously, 8GB of RAM and now an SSD, so I'm pretty sure there's not a lot more I can do to throw this into the future. So let's just get rid of that. And now I'm going to do a few things to just to increase the life of the SSD by disabling some of Windows's automatic things, which it really doesn't need to be doing on an SSD, like the disk defragmentation, wherever that is. Right, so that's been turned off. I think that's pretty much it, other than the rather strange partitions that the program I use seems to have done. As you can see here, I don't know where that's gone. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. Tune in for my next video. No idea what it's going to be. But in terms of laptop stuff, that's probably going to be that for a while, until I get something new to play with. But for now, that's DoshTech's first SSD, and hopefully it'll be a long-lived one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.